What's up, YouTube? It's Complete Loser again. Sorry. Look, I don't have to remind you guys how many second places I've had. Wait, what's that? I think I hear one coming now. But you guys, it finally happened. Finally got my first place. Yeah! 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 Damn! Yeah! Yes! So I actually got it on video. I wanted to break down what I think I did right, definitely what I did wrong, and just kind of like have fun and analyze the game with you guys. So here we go. Oh yeah, and if you like the video, like, subscribe, all that, blah, blah, blah. You're not my dad, I don't care. Anyway, on to the analysis. Alright, so dropping into the start of this game. Generally, at the beginning of any game, I have two contracts in mind. A scavenger, because by the end of a scavenger contract, you generally have enough money to buy your first loadout way before anyone's going to have it. My second goal is to have a recon mission, which you can see up on the screen there too, because that way, like once this circle is closed for the first time, you can get an idea of where the third circle is going to be. But as you can see, this guy, expert parachuter here, gets into the window where the contract is. I knew it was a foregone conclusion. I'm just going to skip around and do something else. I do believe my goal was to get 10,000 right off the bat anyway, to get that loadout before everyone else.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Alright, here are the first real weapons I come upon. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I hate the M60. It's slow, it's inaccurate, it's just terrible. So the search continues for a decent weapon. By the way, sorry about the recording quality. I thought OBS Studios, like, by design was meant to record everything at least, you know, HD, but apparently not. So this is what we get. I don't know why I was scoping out that place so long. Just being way overly cautious because on the approach, I guess. Finally a submachine gun. Feel like I'm ready for a close quarters fight now. Which PPSH, speaking of, I was really excited when it was added to this game. Because in this other game, Rising Storm 2, this Vietnam battle simulator, it is ridiculously fun, satisfying, and overpowering. Like, it's just the submachine gun to have if you're on the Vietnamese side. When it was added to this game, I felt it was a little lackluster. Like, say, Rising Storm, compare this to when in Warzone they added it in, it felt more like this. Actually, that wasn't so different, I guess. But in Rising Storm 2, it just feels overpowered. You can hit people at over 100 yards away real easy, and in that game, if you hit a couple of shots, like, your enemy's done, so it's just super fun. And with that pickup, we finally have enough money to buy a loadout. And luckily for us, there was a buy station nearby. I believe the other gun I have is the AUG, which is a decent, like, mid to long range weapon, so I'm gonna go with, that's right, P90. Not meta whatsoever, but I kind of like it. And I might be showing my age here, but it's generally because in GoldenEye 64, it like ripped through everything. It was such a fun little gun to have. On a practical note, no matter what you do with the P90, it already has a 50 round magazine, so you can add 5 other attachments. But that's about where the advantage ends. Apparently the TTK is just too slow for the current meta. As you can see, I have a contract on me now, so I'm just running away from that guy. Didn't really have anything in mind next. And now I bring to you the single greatest moment in my entire gaming history. What was I thinking? Where was I even looking? Clearly not the minimap. Just doing my best impersonation of Thomas the Tank Engine, I guess.
7 Mac 11's about 8:30.
So pro tip for y'all, these tracks right here, they continue right off the map. You might not want to follow them all the way. Okay, spoiler alert, I'm in the gulag.
Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over.
Nice visual glitch going on. I can't even see my gun. There it is.
Go sort it. You gave them a proper sorting.
Street Sweeper's just overpowered generally now. Alright, so in this game, like 3 things that I can think of were extremely lucky and turned out in my favor. This was the very first one. I don't know if when you're, like, the loadout drop happens when you're in the gulag, you get like a really favorable loadout drop location, but as it turns out, this isn't far from where the end of the game occurs. This is the best chance I had. I just side glided my way in, had plenty of room to get there. This is taking forever, we're just gonna skip ahead. Alright, as you can see, we're out in the open, lots of space to look around, so I'm gonna go with my other favorite loadout, the Krig. At the time, this gun was not meta whatsoever. I've liked it for a long time. The accuracy at distance, the amount of damage it does, it's still useful at like medium to close-up ranges, so it's definitely my go-to gun. You'll also notice my loadout consists of stun grenades, which are super overpowered. I trust stun grenades over a heartbeat sensor by this point in the game anyway, because at my level of play, everyone has ghosts, me included. It's like extremely rare that you're gonna actually catch someone on heartbeat sensor once you get to like, especially the 3rd, 4th, and 5th circles and so on. And the thermite I added to my loadout strictly to deal with people using the riot shield. Because fun fact, you throw it straight at a riot shield, if it sticks, they die. There's nothing they can do about it unless they drop the riot shield, which no one has the presence of mind to do, so. Tip of the day for you. A real one this time though. You'll also notice the other gun I picked up here is a Floor Loot LC10. New meta everybody, Krig LC10. And right here you get to see the peak of stealthy gameplay. I think I intended to like peek and then like walk through, so it's super quiet. Not quite how it worked out. Alright, and here's that recon I talked about getting in the first place. At this stage in the game, I was pretty sure I just had like nothing left to lose, so I didn't care. I think this one ends up being in a relatively closed area too. You'll notice I just skipped the ATV. I did not want to draw any more attention to myself than I already was going to get by doing the recon contract. Expert Vault. Man, this video recording really is horrible. I hope you guys are watching this on a cell phone and nothing better. Alright, with that I realize I can just run right back to the hill I already came off of. I guess I'm more well equipped than I was. I have no idea what this exchange was. This was so weird. And that's right. 3rd circle in, I'm finally firing the first bullets out of my gun. Oh yeah, and I was even experimenting with this particular magazine setup for the Krig. Turns out it's awful. You definitely want to go with a 60 round magazine every single time you can. It's like I would get a beat on someone, and then by the time like you're out of bullets, they're still alive, because I'm not the best shot. Alright, we're up on the hill finally. So that house over there is too conspicuous. See, what did I say about the magazine being empty before you could ever use it? Oh, here comes the extremely lucky moment number 2. For that guy, it just wasn't meant to be. I should have been crushed, but the rocks on one side and the building on the other, there's literally nothing. He couldn't crush me. First real kill of the game. This guy dropped up a gas mask for me. That was very nice of him. And at this point in the game, I'm pretty dead set on staying up on this hill. Everybody has to rotate up this direction anyway. If the circle gets any closer towards the edge, it's better to be up rather than have to climb up, because that's another barrier to get in your way. You could possibly just die to the gas, so I'm definitely staying exactly where I am at this point.
You're losing ground.
Yeah, I don't know why I shot at that guy. Darn 30 round magazine. And at this point, there's a lot of people with cars, SUVs getting into the final circle here. So I was playing it safe by trying to hide behind the building. It turned out way better than I ever thought it would. I'll just let you guys watch. Like, clearly that guy had no idea I was there. That worked out way better than I thought it was going to. Felt like Solid Snake right there. You can just kind of... and your enemies don't stand a chance. Once again, a long distance shot I have no way of guaranteeing I can complete. And at this point, only 7 left. It was a safe assumption to think that they were all going to be like up on the hillside with me. I was just going to continue to lie low. I think I checked behind me though, just in case someone was coming up the hill.
Enemies in the area!
Oh, that guy is so hosed. He should have been up on the hill. Yeah, and this poor guy just got pushed right into me.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocate.
I think he was doing the safest thing possible, just slow approaching. Like, if you're already that far out of the center, you just, you know, take it cautious, observe what's around you. But that's the power of positioning, really. Like, if you're already where you need to be and you don't need to move, people have to come towards you. All right, so now for the first time, I'm going to be outside where the circle is. Naturally, you gotta move. Once again, though, that house is way too conspicuous. I do not want to go straight in that house. Lower profile stuff like hiding behind these buildings, staying around bushes, beside fences, all rather safe things to do. All right, some gunshots off to the right. There's 3 people left now. Sticking to the bushes, like I said. So it's just me and 2 other people. I'm assuming someone's in the house, and I'm assuming whoever else is out there is also looking at the house. Once again, just staying right by the edge of the circle, trying not to get attention.
Gas is moving in.
Alright, this was the 3rd extremely lucky thing to happen to me. I have absolute best position in the entire circle. Everyone has to rotate towards me, whether they are down on the other side of the hill, in the house, right on the hillside, they're coming at me. Here's the guy I knew had to be in the house, but with this tiny, tiny magazine, I wanted to wait for the perfect shot. Easy kill. Alright, at least second place, I decided to make a gas play. Just wait for the other person to be in the circle. And there he was. And that completes my 3rd ever win at Warzone. I'm glad to have caught it on, I was gonna say film, that doesn't make sense, on video. Happy to share it with you guys. Drop a comment. I'd love to start a discussion just like about what you saw I was doing right, doing wrong. And with that, I guess it's the end of the video. I don't care who you are, because I already love you. We'll see you guys next time.